Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in cooperation with Royal Air Force of Oman, conducts flights to transport Omanis from Turkey. The Ministry of Finance publishes rules of preparing states' general budget estimates for next year and calls on government units to make comprehensive spending review. The Sultanate ranks second at the Arab and GCC levels and 26th at the world level on the Global Food Security Index 2016. And investments volume in Sohar Industrial Estate exceeds 1.85 billion Omani riyals and expansion phase 7 exceeds 30%. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of condolences to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, on the death of Her Highness Princess Hassa bint Mohammed bin Saud Al Kabir. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that the first airplane of Royal Air Force of Oman today flew to Ataturk Airport in Turkey to transport Omani citizens stuck there due to coup attempt which took place recently. In a statement to Oman News Agency, an official source at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that the first plane was expected to return to Sib Air Base this evening, mentioning that there will be other flights where 500 citizens want to return to the Sultanate. The source urged citizens to the necessity to contact and coordinate with the Sultanate's embassy in the Turkish capital Ankara and the consulate in the city of Istanbul for this regard, as well as to abide by laws and regulations being followed there. The source emphasized that the embassy and consulate are working to facilitate all difficulties that are facing Omani citizens there and will assist them in order to return to the homeland. The Sultanate was ranked second Arab-wise after Qatar, 26th worldwide at the Global Food Security Index GFSI 2016, published by the British Economist magazine, which conducts surveys every year to measure the achievement of food security in more than 100 countries around the world. The Sultanate has been rated among the best environmental determinants countries to achieve food security. Compared to the volume of economy, the Sultanate is ranked among the countries most spending on agricultural research between the middle-income countries due to government efforts meant to diversify alternative sources of oil. The report indicated that the Sultanate is the least on the GCC level in terms of obesity, which account for about 28% during 2014. The index measures food security according to levels of ability and efforts of self-sufficiency, which indicated that the Sultanate obtained 73 points out of 100 points on the world level. Ministry of Finance issued a leaflet pertaining to preparing estimates for state's general budget for next year. The main principles of preparing state's general budget draft for next year should continue in rationalizing raising efficiency of general spending and assuring its sustainability. It also includes activation of non-oil revenues, enhancing investment atmosphere, and adopting procedures capable to minimize budget deficit. The Ministry of Finance called on all government institutions to raise efficiency of employees, apply policy of tying wages with productions, minimize and rationalize spending as much as possible. That was in addition to developing human resources in order to ensure self-finance for its usage and best utilization for the available energy and resources. Sohar Industrial Estate witnessed a notable growth in investment volume in 2015 compared to 2014. The volume of investments touched 1.85 billion Omani riyals in 2015 compared to 1.81 billion in 2014, and the number of investors reached 269 compared to 243 in 2014. In addition, the number of workforce in the estate arose to 12,408 in 2015 compared to 12,202 in 2014. Engineer Nasser Al-Mabsali, Director of Projects Department at the Public Establishment for Industrial Estates, said the cost of Phase 7, which covers an area of 8,500 million square meters, commenced in June last year, is estimated at 19.96 million Omani Riyals. Phase 7 involves development of road network, water sewage, rainwater drainage channels, in addition to a sewage plant with a capacity of 2,000 cubic meters per day, and telecom networks of 1.5 kilometers in cooperation with Oman Broadband Company. The Sohar Industrial Estate signed an agreement with a specialized company to establish a residential city for the workforce. The estate is currently working on preparation of specifications and terms of reference to uplift efficiency of services in the 3rd and 6th phases. More than 3,200 craftsmen received support provided by the Public Authority for Craft Industries between 2014 and 2015. As a result of this support, the crafts projects licensing had increased, where the number of crafts projects by the start of 2016 amounted to 153 projects at various governorates of the Sultanate. The number of investment and marketing outlets of craft industries reached 24 at touristic attraction locations. Still to come in our news bulletin. Officials warn tourists to the governorate of Dhafar not to venture out to sea in Al-Maghsil.
هنا الرائحة العالقة بالذاكرة تأخذنا دهشة مختلفة لتبهرنا بجمالها الآسر حيث ملتقى الأسرة. امنح نفسك شغف التجربة، فهنا حكاية الجمال لا تنتهي. مهرجان صلالة السياحي 2016 من 15 من يوليو إلى 31 من أغسطس. عمان، المحبة والوئام.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al-Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received in his office today His Excellency Dr. Dato Haji Bisar Haj Abu Bakr, Ambassador of the Brunei Darussalam to the Sultanate, to bid him farewell at the end of his tour of duty as his country's ambassador to the Sultanate. The ambassador expressed his pride and appreciation for the care extended to him from all officials in the Sultanate. On his turn, His Excellency General Minister of the Royal Office thanked the ambassador for the efforts he exerted to enhance the existing bilateral relations in all fields between the Sultanate and the friendly Brunei Darussalam while carrying out his duty in the Sultanate, wishing him permanent success. Discussing matters of common concern topped the meeting of His Excellency Sayyid Saeed bin Ibrahim Al Busaidi, Deputy Governor of Muscat, with Captain Giuseppe Massimiliano, commander of the Italian vessel. His Excellency Deputy Governor of Muscat gave a briefing to the guest on the Governorate of Muscat and its role in serving the community, as well as the historic, touristic and civilizational landmarks renowned in wilayats of the Governorate. Oman oil price September delivery reached $44.43. Dubai Mercantile Exchange statement today said that the price of Oman oil rose 68 cents from the price of last Friday, which was $43.75. The average price of Oman oil July delivery 2016 has stabilized at 44 US dollars and 33 cents, thus 4.93 US dollars per barrel higher than June delivery 2016. The national campaign to remove the mesquite trees is continued in various governorates of the Sultanate due to its negative effects on underground water and soil. In the governorate of Al-Dhahira, the Directorate of Environment and Climate Affairs organized the campaign to remove the trees with the participation of a number of sports and voluntary teams. The campaign officials said the process of removing this tree is a national demand and everyone should join hands to eradicate mosquito trees because of their adverse effect on agriculture and the environment. Beaches in the governorate of Dhofar are considered one of the touristic destinations for tourists during Kharif season, especially Al Maghsil Beach. But the high waves and undercurrents are dangerous, which requires the presence of teams of observers and lifeguards at the spot. These team members advise and instruct tourists visiting the beaches not to venture out to the water. During the Kharif season, the strong winds blow on the coastal areas and the sea becomes very rough. A large number of tourists visit Al Maghsil Beach. The wilaya of Mahada in the governorate of Buraymi had thunderous rainfalls varied between moderate and heavy. A number of wadis and tributaries were overflowing, and these pictures are taken from the wilaya. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the governorate of Dhofar and its nearby mountains, with chances of intermittent drizzle and fog. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of cloud accumulation and scattered rainfall over the Hajar Mountains. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate over the coasts of Sea of Oman, while on the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea it will be southwesterly moderate to active. Seas will be rough along the coasts of the Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 5.5 meters and slight to moderate along the rest of the coasts with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in cooperation with Royal Air Force of Oman, conducts flights to transport Omanis from Turkey. The Ministry of Finance publishes rules of preparing states' general budget estimates for next year and calls on government units to make comprehensive spending review. The Sultanate ranked second at the Arab level and GCC levels and 26th at the world level on the Global Food Security Index 2016. And investments volume in Sohar industrial estates exceeds 1.85 billion Omani riyals and expansion phase 7 exceeds 30%. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.